Oh, hello. I am Logan, and this is All Systems Go. We are starting here on our regularly scheduled day at our regularly scheduled time, and we are playing our regularly scheduled D&D campaign. As regularly scheduled, I'm Logan, the DM of this campaign. I have my regularly scheduled players here with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself, regularly scheduled players.
Hi, I'm Connor. I play Sophron. He's a minotaur barbarian. That's it. That tells you about everything you need to know about the guy.
Perfect.
Problem
Sean?
solved.
Nope.
Nope. I said regularly scheduled player. Sean?
Hi, I'm Sean. I play Aeneas, Circle of Stars druid, who is currently undergoing, I think, multiple crises at the same time and not dealing with it very well. So we'll slowly address those.
Perfect. Blue?
Hi, I'm Abby. My pronouns are she, her. I play Elegy, the elemental monk, who believes inner peace is for people with fewer problems.
What a tagline.
Such a new tagline, too.
I'm trying to have one ready, so I'm not just stumbling.
Okay, nice. Purple?
Hi, I'm Joey, he, him. I play Kai, demi-god sorcerer, and I wish I was more regular.
Nice. Okay.
No one? Oh.
Yeah, no, you got
A
a
poop joke.
A poop joke.
Sarah?
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Hi, I'm
introduce
Sarah.
yourself.
Usually I play the human Odyssean rogue when I can remember things,
Uh-huh.
which is also Nemea's.
You were really into character.
I think I was too into character.
Perfect. Okay. We will jump right into our vignette tonight. Who is joining me on this vignette?
It's me.
It is you. Okay, so to set the scene, we are in the Temple of Oaths. It's quite silent. There is a gathered court, many nobles of Astoria, generals, priests, chosen witnesses, the like. Each of them have come to observe a rare and sacred rite. Someone has challenged the King of Astoria to a game of 20 squares, which is no ordinary contest. 20 squares is an ancient game. It's older than cities, kings, Thylea. It is foundational to this world. Anything can be wagered in this game, and anything is binding in this game. So the board lies waiting on a marble dais, and you are here to watch. Go ahead and describe yourself and introduce yourself.
Okay, I am Queen Kyriakos. Pronunciation. She is I would say, middle-aged woman who stands proudly, but you can tell that like she wears nice clothes, but they're like old nice clothes. They're like just a little bit run down, but still very fine. And I'm watching the game, but I'm also kind of just watching the crowd around me, figuring out who to talk to.
Yeah, so the board is ready. The king is currently in the room, but the challenger has not yet arrived. So you have a couple minutes, I guess, to sort of orient yourself. And you're on a mission. So how do you go about that mission, do you think?
I think I'm just going to like walk through the crowd and see who's looking where, and like if people are looking in weird places or like approaching. You said the challenger's not here, but the king is here. So if they're approaching the king, like I'll make a mental note of that. Just read the room.
Yeah, and a couple strange things have been happening recently in Astoria and the palace. There's been strange people about doing strange things. Particularly, there's been one woman around the court who maybe is like eyeing the king a little too much, and you can't quite figure out what is happening with that. But you mosey your way around the court, just making small talk. You sort of bump into some of the generals, you bump into some of the priests, and maybe you've struck up a conversation with just one of your friends when the temple doors thunder open, and the challenger enters, sort of on the opposite side of the room as the king, who's currently like reclining on a gilded seat. Like crown is a little bit crooked. He has like a goblet of wine in his hand. And before him enters the challenger, who confronts him and says, "You rule with cruelty and confusion. Astoria suffers under your drunken shadow. Justice has no place in your court. You are unfit to wear that crown." A murmur sort of ripples through the room. The king rises. Wine spills down his chin as he laughs, and he says, "You come here to insult a king in his own hall? This challenge, this game, could mean war. You think Mytros and Astoria will spill no blood over your arrogance?" And the challenger says, "I think they deserve better than to die for your pride." And then they commence the game. And it starts out pretty mild, actually. It's like like almost like chess. Like they're moving pieces on a board. They're not like punching each other or anything like that. It's a pretty simple game, but they get into it, and it's played over a number of rounds. And each round, you can up your wager and sort of keep escalating. So generally, the game starts out pretty mild, and depending on how people do, the wagers get even more extravagant and more grand. So you aren't paying attention to any of that. You are circling this room, and you see someone suspicious. They are in like a cloak, and it's sort of pulled tight, and maybe they have like paper, and it's like they're holding it like almost like a newspaper up over their face, just obscuring most of themselves. And you don't recognize this person.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to them
Mm-hmm.
and stand next to them, but like just face the game, whatever way they're facing.
Yeah, they're facing the game
And-
as well.
And then I'll just acknowledge them and like, "Hello, stranger. I haven't seen you in court."
And then in like a deep-ish voice, they go, "Oh, I'm new here in town."
Well, let me see your face. Introduce yourself.
And they lower their paper and turn to you, and it is a woman in like a comical disguise, like a big mustache, big glasses, that just looks ridiculous.
And you are?
I forgot, actually.
You forgot your name.
I got hit in the head on the way here. Could you tell me what's happening?
What's happening?
Yeah,
I
like
think
this.
it's
Do you think we're gonna get a
Guards!
play next? Don't shush, like covers your mouth. Don't do that. That's silly.
what? You're not supposed to be here.
No, I have an invite, and she like whips out an invite.
Okay, well, no guards.
She's like, "Get out of here." Anyway, before you were so rude, you were about to tell me what's going on here.
The king is playing a challenger in 20 stones. You
Yeah.
should be able to see that.
Yeah, okay.
20
but,
squares?
like,
Whatever.
What's going on behind the scenes, you know? Who do you want to win? Do you have any bets? I put a lot of money on the king.
You did?
Yeah, but I put even more on the challenger. I gotta come out on top, I think, if I understand how betting works.
No, I haven't bet.
There's still time. I could be your bookie. The odds are
I don't
really
bel-
great in the favor of the challenger right now, if you want to bet.
I don't want you to be my bookie. Who are you?
I'm just someone from Mytros. I'm
Mm.
sort of on a mission, which can't be spoiled by you calling the guards. So let's not do that anymore. And the background, like they've played out a couple rounds, and the wages are like going up. The challenger seems to be doing fairly well, and the king is getting like a little bit desperate in their wagers. She says, "You know, I remember this game being way more exciting. You know, like they're just moving little pieces on a board."
That's how you play it.
Yeah, I never really liked it. Have you played it? Have you wagered anything?
Ever?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Wow.
Have
Okay.
you?
Oh, yeah. You can ask me what I've wagered.
If you want to tell me.
Well, I want you to want to know.
I mean, this doesn't seem important.
Wow, that's rude. What's so important then, miss?
I need to make sure that nobody's messing with this game. I don't think you are. You seem incompetent.
You're on a mission too? Well, yours seems much more
Yes.
important. Okay, what do we got going on then? What about that shady person over there? You look over and it's like a court noble who's like inching closer to the game.
That person does look shady. Good eye.
Thanks. I got 2 of them. What are you going to do about it?
Okay, goodbye, stranger.
Perfect.
I walk towards this other noble.
You also don't recognize this person, and they don't seem like they like. Now that you're this close, they don't look like they are from Astoria for sure. They don't look like they're from Mitros. Maybe their garb is out of place, and they just look unusual. And they like notice you, and then they stop moving.
Perfect. That's enough for now.
Okay, perfect. The game is still going on in the background. The king has made like a couple grand moves and is like now really on the lead, and the challenger is getting a little bit desperate. And as they come to the final round, you hear him call out, "So, if this is the final square to decide the fate of Astoria, then let it be worthy." He stands up, he takes his hood off. "I wager my godhood." And then he like casts off his cloak, and you see this like bronze figure, tan skin, flowing muscles. Gasps echo through the crowd. Across the board, King Lysis leans forward and says, "Then I match you and bid my crown." And then there's like a hush. And then the challenger, Pythor, makes a grand sort of final play and ends up completely embarrassing and defeating Lysis. And you, I even forgot your name. What was your name? It's so complicated. Yeah. You, I think, when Lysis loses his crown and you are no longer queen of the city, I think you let out like a breath of like relief. Like, this is probably what's best for the people. And I think that you know it deep down. And then you see the little stranger on the other side of the room, like, "I made so much money. So much money." And with that, we'll call that scene. I'll be right back. And we're back. So, hopping right back into the story. Last time, the party had met back up at the temple, and they had had a nice breakfast, and they had received a mysterious note. I'm out of order. They actually did a lot of stuff with Tehran, I believe, and they followed
With a
him.
Castus.
That's what I meant. A Castus. They followed him
Get your
to.
names together.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on tonight. Castus, they sort of worked together to come up with this elaborate plan to follow a Castus through the city and seemed as if he was being stealthy and sneaking into the Temple of Sidon, unknown to Gaius. He communed with Sidon in the temple and received another vial of this divine blood before you were almost discovered, and then you all fled, and Acastus made it back to the palace with the new blood. Then you had received a letter inquiring if you would be interested in a trade, and they would like to meet you. And this was signed by Septia and Trellis, sort of people, initiates, advocates for the Temple of
AKA
Lutheria.
the worst.
AKA the worst. You went and had a nice dining experience with them. You do what you do best, which is go in with no plan and see how it works out. And you broke into a wine cabinet, and then you proceeded to almost die in that wine cabinet a lot. But in the end, you did best, Trellis and Septia. But there were no casualties, and 13 young adults souls were scorchoed to no more. And
They died while we were there, or
Yes.
Yes.
yeah,
Died
She
from
dropped
the
a
fireball.
firebomb in the down the hole where I was already dead.
perfect. And before we pick up in that room, after you all have been wildly successful, we will flash back to breakfast of that morning. And you all have just received a letter that says, I would like to buy something from you. Would you please meet with me? And you begin to set out. And then you notice that Sophron is not with you. And one of you probably inquires where he is. And Vallus informs you that a woman came to the palace in the morning and asked to meet with Sophron, and she seemed urgent. And the two of them left without really saying anything to anyone else. And they have been gone since. And you all said, that's fine. We're not going to need them at the wine shop.
Simple trade negotiation.
Yeah,
It'll be
it's
fine.
just, you're just talking. And so Sophron is presently absent. But we will pick up straight away in that wine closet. One of you has expressed wanting to immediately take an action. Please take that action now.
Elegy leaves.
Okay.
And if anybody moves to stop her, you can see like a wild animal fear instinct in her eyes, and she just has to go.
are you flying through the fireball, the flaming sphere?
I mean, yeah, sure.
This spell's probably ended because I used my full aura of vitality, and I think they both have a minute length, probably.
Yeah.
Would be my
Cool.
guess.
So you all are coming to terms where you're taking a moment to bask in this aura of vitality, and before you notice it, like maybe you hear the door shut, an Elegy Gonzo.
Not Scorcho, though.
Not Scorcho, though.
Well, I guess that didn't go great, but
Wow, I wonder why they wanted the horn and what they were going to do with it and how that linked to everything that we're dealing with now. I guess we'll never know. Do you have to speak with Dad?
Nah.
Hmm.
But we could try and find someone if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
She
Maybe.
could pay for that service, potentially.
I will cut the heads off of these people, put them in a bag.
Bit gruesome, mate. Well, Nemea, what was down there?
Yeah. I feel like Nemea will probably not want you to cut the heads off of those people and put them in the bag, since she arranged them in like funeral arrangements during the
shit.
fight.
Oh no, he's saying
Yeah.
Septia and Trellis, not the.
Okay.
Yeah,
souls.
Okay, not the young souls. I thought you meant the 13 young souls.
No, absolutely not. No. The people who deserve to be beheaded in death.
Okay, that's fine. She's cool with that. Yeah, I feel like Nemea is gonna like brush herself off and basically be like, that was entirely unexpected. I think we should find somebody who can do rites for these people down here. And I think she would like to roll circles to find a cleric or something. You're muted.
Logan, you're muted.
Maybe
we could do a
roll
twofer.
religion.
Sure.
Guy's gonna like stand up after doing the gory deed and like wipe the blood on his chest, and he'll be like, Nemea, we could do a twofer. You could speak to the dead and do rites.
Sure. I mean, depending on how well I guess I do on this, we can see if it'll find.
Can I help?
somebody.
Can I help
Whoop.
with the twofer?
Sure.
Perfect.
Great. Nope.
Yeah. So there's sort of conflicting death rituals in this land. Lutheria
like
is
Lutheria is in charge, and I
in
really
charge
would
of
prefer
death.
not to talk to her.
And so a lot of like the I don't know, rituals of the 5 are like safely ushering someone, not necessarily not putting, like allowing them to go to Lutheria, but more like having them have a comfortable, like protect them from Lutheria as they go there and like let them just fly under her gaze. And so there are very specific rituals for that anyone from the Temple of the 5 would be able to perform. You could, I don't think that you know them well enough or at all.
Yeah,
really.
like I personally don't know
Yeah.
the rights. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
no, I
you
think
know
that's
what
true.
was done like way back. Like you have some feelings about what used
Yeah.
to, but
I start to
nothing
do it, and
presently,
everybody's like, "What are
well,
you?"
they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You like start covering their eyes and like, no, they have to keep their eyes open so
Like,
they
you
can
put
be on the
coins-
lookout
but
for
they need
Lutheria.
coins on the eyes.
They're like, no, because Lutheria likes money, so that's gonna draw her eye. Or you're doing everything wrong.
Okay, great.
We have new mourning technology.
So do I have enough to find somebody from the temple?
Yeah,
And
I
pay
mean,
them?
it's not hard to find someone from the temple.
Okay. Yeah, she's basically gonna be like, I'm gonna go to the Temple of the Five, and see if somebody can take care of these poor souls.
Should we meet up with the rest of our party first? Like, what if we get attacked again?
Nemea's gonna be like, I feel like this is gonna be pretty fast.
I mean, I feel like we should be looking for anything that gives us more information about what the hell is happening before we just leave.
Yeah, well, I was gonna bring a priest here. So if
We
you want
can
to
Take
look,
care of ourselves.
if you
So we'll
want,
split the party 4 ways.
Uh-huh.
if you want, I can go get them, or somebody else can, and I'll look around. It doesn't matter. I just feel like it. You know, they were suffering a lot, and I feel like
Aeneas doesn't want to leave, and he doesn't want anyone to leave. Can he roll? He. No, it's not nefarious.
Okay.
He wants to say, "I will." It's not common, I would say maybe, but like Thylea as mother goddess maybe is seen sometimes as like over everything.
Mhm.
Like she is the primogenitor of
It's
everything.
a fringe belief, but it is a belief.
It is possible to guide or devote dead to her. So I would like to try as a druid to do death rites on these souls in order to guide them to Thylea.
Yeah.
And I will
Say-
use a luck point to give myself advantage.
Oh, okay. I would say probably religion still.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh fuck. I'm not used to that. Let me click again.
something about the immediate roll is really intimidating.
Yeah. So you have done
Got
this
used to the other version.
a number of times, not really in this
I
situation.
think it's more common maybe for like animals,
Yeah.
like for like lesser,
But like
sort of
humans and
lesser
animals
creatures.
are all derived from Thylea, so like it's
Yeah.
the same thing. Yeah, so
the end of the
it takes some time, but you do go down and you perform this ritual. What do you think it looks like for a follower of Thylea's?
I think it is like generally it's about like returning back to the earth. Unfortunately, like we don't have time to return them to the earth here in this space. So I think Aeneas maybe like grabs some dried plants or like he finds some vegetal matter and he like basically does like a little charm on each of them and like causes this sort of flower to bloom almost on each of the corpses. And I think he acknowledges he's like, we need to move them to like a new space, but this is something at least for now.
Maybe I'll be like, thank you.
course.
They deserve so much better. We can tell Vallus about them, and I'm sure she'll know where they can be buried.
Kai's foot is on Septia's chest, and he's just like yanking really hard.
There's like a beautiful ceremony happening on one
Uh-huh.
side, and like
And then an arc
Gruesome.
of blood.
Ripping noises.
Technically, we're
on the
down a
other
20-foot
side.
hole.
Yeah. Okay. So you will say you've done that ritual, and you sort of eliminated everybody else in the temple at the moment. So you sort of have the run of the place.
Yeah, we
I
should search this
think we should
place.
investigate their business,
Yeah.
like whatever they have, not in the wine cabinet. We know that's nefarious, but like their
Mm.
cover, like what their connections are, their paperwork, and
Okay.
like what they have here.
Is there anything in the cellar area where these people were kept, or was it just like a prison, basically?
Nothing. It seems like it's just a cellar prison.
Okay.
I'll lump that in with the perception roll that one of you will make.
I'll cast guidance on whoever makes it, I guess.
I think it might be you. My perception is +5.
Mine's 4 because.
Okay. Kai is just like, you like look at Kai and he just has like a blank stare. He's like shook, but like he's not freaking out. He's still like in control. So but he's like not emotionally processing this, which is why he was able to decapitate those people.
Nice.
Oh,
I think he is a little too detached. This is
It
not
breaks.
healthy.
Really detached.
You have a
It
D4
breaks.
you can add to it.
is a natural one just not an instant fail with
No.
skill checks?
No, it's not good by any means.
Sure.
It's not like Pathfinder where it's a critical fail.
I haven't played Pathfinder so long. I'm still 10.
10.
We still use those rules. That's better than nothing.
That's better than it could have been.
Much better.
Yeah, you, I think, are looking around, and maybe, I think you just get it in your head that, like, if they were
Okay.
going to hide something in this place, it wouldn't be somewhere obvious. So, like, what's the most obvious place to hide something? Inside. So they must have hidden something outside. So I think you, like, go out to the front of this building, and you're, like, making a seed almost. I think you're, like, maybe they've hidden
I'm covered in
something in the like gutter, and you're like almost ripping like the gutter off the wall. Like you're making a huge seed, and the rest of you feel that it's drawing attention. So if there's not currently anyone here, there might be someone coming, and it could be either good or it might be someone who's like, "Why are you disrespecting the temple in our neighborhood?"
Like-
I would like
I'll have you start
to-
a 4 o'clock and fill in one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a clock.
I gotta find a pen.
You can do it in your head. It's just a
I
one.
can't.
Okay.
I can't.
You can't work under these conditions.
What do you want from me? All right. But nothing is found. We're just making a scene.
Correct. There's nothing
Okay.
hidden in the rain gutters.
Got it.
But how do we know? Yanks on downspout.
Yeah.
A small spider tumbles
I'm
out.
just gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
Everybody processes their grief differently. You know, sometimes you just need to destroy things.
Need to yank a downspout.
So while that's happening, Nemea wants to leave the wine cabinet and like go to the front of house and see if there's like bookkeeping offices, anything like weird files or things like that that we could find.
Okay. We'll say investigation check to quickly
Sure.
look through, see if anything isn't adding up, if there's any patterns or anything like that.
Yeah, I feel like she's gonna be checking for like weird transactions or
Yep.
things if she can get her hands on it.
Ooh,
24.
perfect. Yeah, you are going through some ledgers, and you find one that just sort of seems odd. Like maybe it doesn't quite fit the normal form. And then you look at the numbers and you're like, these numbers don't make any sense. And you quickly realize it is a cipher of sorts. I don't think you have time to fully
I'm gonna take
solve
that
it
book.
now, but yeah, you have that whole book. And you flip through and you notice there's a couple other pages. Like it seems like there's been some regular communication sort of conveyed in this cipher in this ledger that you have. So you do have that in hand.
Do they have any sort of like schedule? Like, you know, noon, meet with the heroes of blah blah blah.
They don't.
1 p.m.
In the evening,
right.
sacrifice children.
Yeah.
If
Or
they
I was
do,
just-
it's not sitting out.
Okay, I was just thinking if we knew when people would be, like, if people would be coming for a service or something like
The
that.
Temple of Uthria tends to have like nighttime services. It's not very popular in the morning, and it's like late morning at the moment.
Can I search their actual bodies? I don't think any of us looked actually at like
To what
them.
end? Like things in their pockets, or are you trying to examine like their actual
Yeah.
bodies?
Yeah, more like pockets. Like, did they have any notes, missives, special things, anything valuable?
Okay. Yeah. Roll
Stuff
a
like that.
Hashtag no cursed objects, please.
roll a perception.
It's Aeneas looking. You know it looks gonna be cursed.
Aeneas is not allowed
Hopefully
to take
it's
objects. Oh, Sean.
Okay. You are rummaging through these pockets and you find a coin pouch and you say bingo and you pick it up and you rifle through
Bingo
it.
bongo.
And as your fingers brush a coin, you hear in your head, hey, hey,
Hey,
hey, hey,
hey, who's this?
name's Midas. Pleasure to meet you.
Hi, Midas. Who are you?
Hey, are you interested in money?
No.
I got a lot of money.
Where?
I don't know, but I need your help to get it. Could you offer me some
Yeah.
money?
No, I can't offer you any money, actually. I'm square out.
Nemea, you
Who
hear Aeneas begin to
Yeah.
talk to himself.
I was curious if he was talking out loud or in his head.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking out loud.
Yeah.
Where's Kai?
Outside
still
ripping
outside,
the
Ripping
storm.
gutters. I'm looking. I'm assessing the team right now.
Uh-huh.
One's
Mark
talking
another
to
one in
him.
your.
One's talking aloud to himself. One
Uh-huh.
is tearing off gutters. The
One
other
has
one
run away,
flew away with
and one
animal
is just
fear,
missing.
and one is just missing.
Inventory.
and,
The party inventory is looking great.
and I'm just like, how am I now the responsible cogent one? I never signed up for this. I would like to just observe Aeneas. He's been under a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Is
I think
why
he's
is he
he's
doing
like,
this?
He's holding like some coins in his hand and he's speaking to the coins. And he's like pausing. It feels like he's having a conversation with the coin.
Aeneas, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why couldn't I hear you?
Who are you talking? You know, who are you talking to?
Hey, does she have any money?
Yeah, mate, you need to learn how to shut up. I'm talking to this guy named Midas, apparently.
A guy in a pouch, huh?
I mean, I don't know. He's just talking straight to my brain somehow.
Maybe if you put down the pouch, can you do that? Can you put down the pouch for me? She's like talking, like you know, when there's like a terrorist situation, hostage. You're like, can you put down the pouch?
I mean, yeah, probably. Put down the pouch.
Let's just
You
try
put
that.
it down, no problem.
Are there still
Okay.
voices in your head?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he finally took a hint. Shut up.
He's not currently speaking to you. I'll say this pouch had 150 gold in it.
There's a lot of money in that pouch.
That's true. That's I bet that's true.
150 gold.
But do you
People
remember
were
last time
wealthy.
you took something without really
I'm
asking
great
about
at
it?
shopping, and this is not shopping. Which I can't tell is a good thing or a bad thing in this moment.
Maybe we could let Vallus check it out, or, before we take it.
Nah, it's fine. We'll leave it for someone else. That dude
Okay.
was so annoying.
We're gonna, Nemea's gonna stick her head out and be like, Kai! What you doing?
Bang, 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 bang.
I think you've probably come to and you've come in and you see a big pile of money on the ground.
Great. We're gonna get that.
No, that's bad money. It talks to you, and I'd probably shoot it if it was a rug, so you probably don't want to touch it.
You shoot it if it's a rug. What the hell does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Isn't don't worry about rugs? Do worry,
Worry about
rugs.
rugs.
All
Don't
money
worry
just
about why I
waiting
have
to
to shoot a
become
rug.
rugs if you wait long
I
enough.
mean, all money's bad money, and Kai will go reach down to touch it.
Perfect. Hey! Do you like money?
Let's go immediately.
Yeah, he sucks.
Is the voice continuing?
No.
Put the hand back on.
Hey!
Let's
money?
go. Hand back on.
Yeah. He's just gonna ask you if you like money every time you touch.
Okay. Well, maybe Vallus could, de-curse this or something.
Yeah, that's what I think maybe we should ask her about. Maybe leave it here first.
No, he'll just use Septia's hand and sweep it into a bag.
What better way to touch a cursed item than a dead woman's hand?
We used to previously own it.
And as you do that, we will hop over to Sophron, who's having a great day. Where are you?
Yeah. We're at a cafe. We're just
Yeah.
having some coffee, some pastries,
Yeah.
Just romance is in the air.
Yeah.
watching the building across the street and just
Yeah.
casually sitting and chit-chatting,
I
it's
think,
great.
Yeah, you guys have been here for a couple hours, and I think a while ago it became clear that maybe this lead wasn't going to pan out, but you guys didn't
Mhm.
care. You're just
Yeah,
having a nice
you make
day.
the most of
Yeah.
it. It's, yeah.
So you're at Ambrosia and Crumb. You're having some good
Ooh,
pastries
yes.
too.
Yep.
So you're having a great day. But unfortunately, your lead, no further work on that lead. So then we'll hop over to the other party member, Elegy. Where did you run?
Elegy is at the Salty Leech, otherwise known as the Salty Eel.
During the day, eel by night.
During the Leech by day, eel by night. Is
One
that
of the two.
okay? And she's just sat up there, where she was last night. She's pulled out her lute. She's singing sad songs. Yeah.
Okay. Singing sad songs. Make a performance check.
She's singing sad songs. Given time, the sad songs escalate, and eventually she puts her lute away, and she's just singing. I don't know how to roll the dice.
Do you feel like everyone's getting
just click
collectively
once,
more
it's
depressed as they
terrifying.
listen? Like everyone's just crying. And
I want to re-roll.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
better.
Perfect. Yeah, you're yeah, it's starts out sad and then it just gets devastating. And then like you put your lute down and it just becomes like your sad voice. It's some of the same patrons that like fell asleep last night and then woke up and you're like still performing from their perspective. And they've had a rough go of it. Like they wake up bawling. The patron or like the barkeep comes up and he's like, "Hey, can you not make my customers cry? Like this is really bad for business." And you just like drown him out, and then eventually he gets sad and leaves. And you're here for a while. I think you lose track of time. People lose track of time. Some people come in off the street. They just are drawn here. And again, now they're sad. Some people like have a paradoxical reaction and they realize that like, well, they're not as sad as whatever's going on with that girl. So then they have like a really nice time. Like someone proposes, like someone is like some people are having a great day now. And I think that you come to like a low and like maybe it's silent and like it just comes to a gentle pause in the music. And you hear like maybe like from over by the door, "Well, that was real sad, Beaky. How you doing?"
Not good.
"Better now?" Points to himself.
Ugh. Let me finish this song.
Okay. Yeah. He sits and you play your song. How much longer do you think you play?
No, it's just like the final 10 minutes of the like horrifically sad ancient ballad.
He seems moved, but like he's not sad. I think and that he like maybe sits next to you as you play and then just sort of like gives you the space to do that. You notice like a little pack on, like he sits down and he has like a pack in his lap. And then he's like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really good. Like normally I don't care about, well, that's not true. Normally I'm not good about asking, you know, how people are, but you seem like you're having a really rough time. And this isn't gonna mean anything anymore, but I did get this for you before I saw how sad you were. So I can leave this here and I can go if you want.
No. We almost died.
Almost means you didn't.
I guess. Why are you here?
I was just coming through. I didn't follow a line of crying people.
Life just kind of sucks.
Do you want to talk about it or you just want to like sit in it?
Do you want to hear about it? It's kind of crazy.
I mean, I did sort of spill my life to you the other day, and that's someone could say it's crazy. So, I mean, if you want to one up that, I wouldn't be
I
mad.
think I can do you one more.
Perfect. So you go, we'll say that you sort of tell him this whole story, and he's like a very active listener during all of this. And maybe, I guess, maybe he's like he's given the package to you at some point during this story. And I don't know. He just sort of gives you space to tell your story. He asks active questions, and then at the end he just is like, Wow, that sucks.
I told you.
Well, I think you're great. You know?
I
But,
mean,
like,
I am great.
I think it's real sad that your family isn't here to remember how great you are.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But you don't gotta
Sometimes
think
I
about
think
it.
that
You can just let it be.
sometimes I think that they are just can hear.
Huh. What do you mean by that?
I don't know. Sometimes I hear their voices.
Yeah. Sometimes I hear voices too.
What voices do you hear?
Well, I mean,
My voices are explainable.
well, I don't know if you can just prescribe normalcy
I
to your
just did.
voices. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do that to mine. You know, one time I was traveling with this nice caravan. It was Jeb and Hilda, and something tragic happened, and I never saw them again. And sometimes I still hear her voice. You know?
Hilda's voice?
Yeah. She meant a lot to me in the week that I knew her.
That's good.
It's different. I
Okay.
mean, for sure, but I'm just trying to relate. I warned you.
That's fine.
Anyway, that was a lot for today. I'm going to need some time to think about that big story before I can respond and not upset you. So I'm going to do that. But this is for you.
Okay.
And he like pats the package and he's like, also, that was a beautiful song. And then he like goes to leave and then he turns around to the door and finger guns.
The guns don't even exist.
He fingers
arrows.
swords. Yeah,
Finger swords. Okay, what's in this package?
Inside the package are two. Well, there's a letter, or like not a letter, like a note, and then like some cloth. And the note reads, "I understand you like punching things, and you do it really well." And then they are wrist wraps of what is it? Powerful
I don't remember. Yeah, great.
prowess or something like that. And then they're inscribed with like, "I think you're great."
On the cloth. Wow.
Yeah, very small. Like, and it's just you can see it.
No, I want it to be like Nike, where it's like, I think you're great. And then
No.
she can be like,
Branded.
Yeah. Boom, boom.
Let me introduce you to I think, and you're great. Bam, bam.
They're variable size. You can. It's like each portion of it has it in a different size of text, so you can like rewrap it to adjust the size of the text you want.
Okay. I'm gonna go continue playing, but I'll
Yeah.
liven it up a little bit more.
Yeah, you liven it up. These actually also really work with like playing. Like you're really punching those strings, and it's really making a jaunty beat. We'll say the rest of the day passes. The three of you went back to the palace to convene with Vallus. We will say, actually, I think that's probably going to be interesting. So, what do you find Vallus in her wing? How do you think that's going to go down?
I just want to interject. I think that you have found Sophron in the palace, just like casually walking around, glass of wine, whistling, just enjoying the gardens.
Smelling
Nemea is like,
flowers.
Saffron! Saffron!
The three of us, haggard, deathly pale, covered
takes him a
in
second to-
blood and grime.
Get your butt
Takes me a
over
second
here,
to understand.
Saffron!
Oh, somebody's talking to me. Oh, you all look horrible. What happened?
We reek.
Nemea for sure reeks. She was in a pit of despair, a cesspit, essentially. Sophron. There's too much. Long story. We had a fight with 2 sorcerers of Lutheria. We thought they were wine merchants. It was a trap. Elegy.
Where is Elegy? Is she okay?
Elegy was too scared. She ran away. Animalistic fear could not stop her. We had to
Okay.
bury some we had to do some final rites on some bodies and discover what these people, why they attacked us. And she like pulled out a ledger. I know this is suspicious. I don't know why any of this happened. And Kai has a cursed coin purse
Yeah, Kai.
that we're gonna
Kai's-
tell Vallus about.
Kai's eyes are still empty. He's just like trudging forward. He hasn't really stopped. He's
Also,
just like,
2 sacks full
hey,
of heads.
catch. Shawa! Kai's gonna say catch, and as Elegy or as Nemea says that towards Sophron, like, let's go talk to Vallus.
Why did you get into this fight? What?
You gonna catch
Why
the
didn't you
bag?
wait for me? What could possibly have been so urgent?
We thought it was a simple trade negotiation. We thought they were just normal wine merchants. We looked into it, and there was nothing unusual about them. Kai asked around. He asked his Somme friend, which we
Somme.
might have to do some digging on her because she did not have the best information.
She said they were sketchy.
Fascinating.
said-
Sophron like peeks inside the bags, like, oh, why? Why have you brought?
How
I
else are we
didn't.
gonna?
I did not. You ask him.
Kai?
Yep. Kai will not even look at you. He's just walking to Valus's room, just like not even turning back to answer. He'll just say, "How else are we going to ask them questions?" And he's just gonna
Wine.
knock
The wine
knock
betrayed him,
on
and he's
Valus's
taking
door.
it to heart.
Christ, I can't enjoy one afternoon by myself without you falling into some horrible state of disheveled.
It's like the world is
Despondency.
against us, or something.
What?
I mean, we're all doomed if you're hanging out with me, so it's pretty par of the course.
I guess I made the smart choice then.
Maybe. But now we got this shit to clean up, so...
Let's go talk to Vallus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
you-
know what to do with these heads. Like, Sophron is just like standing there awkwardly looking into this bag. Like, I can't leave him on the ground, but I also
I don't
can't
wanna-
take him into the room with Vallus. What the fuck do I do?
What? Kai, if you are not in the room with him, Kai will turn around and be like, "Bring them."
I don't find that very convincing, Kai. You've brought the heads of the cultists of Lutheria to the palace. This can be
I-
your problem to solve. And he's
Yeah.
gonna
As you
toss
enter
them
the
back
room,
over.
Kai will grab a bag.
Perfect. Okay. You go in. Vallus is doing clerical work, and she she is actually meeting with somebody. She just says, "Explain to me how you lost your uniform again."
Oh,
Again?
Vallus, don't worry about it. Nobody. I might have borrowed it. It's my fault.
Oh. You gave your uniform to an unauthorized person? She,
It was
checks
very
another box,
authorized.
says, We'll
It
bring
was
this
an
up in your
emergency. That's how we
performance
found out. It was
evaluation.
extenuating.
You are dismissed. And she sends the person.
Oh
Says,
man.
What can I do? What happened to you all? It's been 3 hours.
I know it's been literally 3 hours, but let me tell you, it feels like a lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, our lives flash before our eyes, that's for sure.
Whatever happened?
Met with the wine merchants. It was a trap. They tried to kill us. They're also sacrificing children. They killed those children. We have
What?
a cursed coin purse.
Children?
Yeah, young people. Youths.
Is this related to what's been happening in the city?
Doesn't seem exactly the same, but potentially we still have their bodies. They had the lice rights, but so they're okay. But maybe you want to investigate that later.
She like stands up. We must go now. If these people were responsible, the
Hold the
Temple
phone.
of Lutheria cannot get away with this.
Well, we have their heads here if you want to ask them, and also. Here is their ledger. It's very suspicious, so maybe you could do that faster since you're the goddess of wisdom. And
I'm the goddess of wisdom, not cryptic codes. Put that on the table. Bring those heads over here.
Wisdom means I can make the dead speak.
Kai has the heads.
Guy's like something like Mary, except his head is just like his hair is just sticking up from blood, just crusted in his hair. There's no wind blowing in his hair today.
Whoa.
And he'll just like set the seeping bag down on the table, and then look at his aunt.
Vallus picks up Septia's head. No, she picks up Trellis's head. She's unfazed by this scene. She holds it out. And she... How did this person die?
Technically, do you need a specific
No,
answer?
like, I assume you all killed him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, they don't like us, that's for sure.
They
That's
would
a
have killed us
star.
first.
That-
They
a
would
A
have killed
star
us.
through the head, I
That
believe.
might complicate things, but we can give it a shot. And she,
So
like,
why don't we stay on the back and stay quiet?
she puts her hand on the guy's forehead, and it like glows. And then she like, what question? Were you involved in the missing children and young adults of assorted ages within the city of Mitros? The head is silent. Jesus. Maybe that was too complicated. Okay.
Wait, what are
What
the rules?
is your name?
No.
The head, like, I think, like, not explodes, but like flies out of her hand and like lands on the ground and like rolls of its own free will and goes and like looks at you all. Just like eyes are like rolling back and it like, oh, you've taken out my friends, have you? That's fine. I didn't like them anyway. They were too needy and not at all worthwhile. But I will miss them. And then the head like
Well, that's some
falls to
consolation
the
at
side.
least.
Hard to speak with the dead when the goddess said the dead hates you.
And sort of likes them.
Do we get the impression that Lutheria is going to interfere with any further questions?
I think that was telling. I would say yes.
The head like fell lopsided after she spoke. So Vallus is like, I don't think that's going to work. But you said this was at the temple. We must go there now. She's,
yeah,
like,
I mean,
already
yeah, we could
going
go to the
there.
temple.
Also, they had
Oh,
this
great.
cursed coin purse. Elbow Kai.
Yeah, Kai will like invert the gruesome bag, which is even more disgusting, and like hold out the now bloodied coin purse
She says, "Cursed
without touching
coin."
it.
She touches it. She pauses for a minute. It's not cursed. It's just a sentient coin. If you feed it money, it might do things for you. Okay, can we go to the temple now? And she's like walking out the door.
Yes, yeah, we'll go. We'll go.
Sophron's gonna pick up the ledger and is kind of reading it while this conversation is happening and while
Yeah.
we're walking.
Make an investigation check.
11.
11. You can't quite crack the code, but like the pattern of it lends you to believe that it is a like regular correspondence. And you can tell it's between one person and then two other people, and you can surmise that those two are probably Trellis and Septia. You like cross-reference with the handwriting that like someone produces of the letter that Kai had, and so it seems to be like one individual talking and then either or of these other two responding, and it's just sort of mixed in with these business ledgers and like general like documents of the temple. So it seems like. And the pages are not like taken out and put back in. So it seems like people would go there, write these letters, and then the other people would come. But you can't quite, maybe given some time, you'd be able to figure it out. But like here in this moment, you cannot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to like make notes of what I think is interesting, find anything that's like of religious significance or that might tie me to Lutheria specifically, and then try and untangle it through that means as a side project.
Okay.
So. However you want to rule that, I'm going to continue to work on that during any downtime.
Start of 4 o'clock, fill in 1. The clock is crack cipher.
Crack cipher. Great.
Okay. And you guys go back down to the temple. Vallus is just like leading the way, and she's like, okay. And she has you tell her exactly what happened, and then she has you tell it to her again, and then the third time, and she starts like grilling you, and is like, okay, but what, like, she's sort of being annoying. She's like wanting you to tell her things that you clearly like don't know about the situation, and she's just like really worked up about it. You get back to the temple, and other people are already like there. Like you guys left, and like now when you get back, there is like a crowd, sort of like the front of the temple has been defaced of gutters, and there are decapitated bodies in there, and also like a bunch of other bodies from the people that you chromatic orbed. And it's like it's a commotion. Vallus walks up, and she says, "Everyone, leave. This is closed now." And she like, I don't know, waves her hand over the building, and like at big letters it just says like closed to public, active crime scene. And like some people say, hey, you can't
Keep
do
it
that.
subtle, Frank.
You can't close the temple. And she says, silence. And she like casts silence, and the guy can't speak anymore. And then eventually the crowd sort of disperses, and she's inside. And she's like, she goes probably straight to that cellar where you have all of the like remains of the 13 people that died down there. Yeah. And she's sort of silent down there. And she begins to do her own sort of ritual for the deceased. And she does, it's pretty extensive. I think each one takes probably like 5 minutes, and she does one for each of the 13. And she does that before she does anything else here. And she like maybe will like study the faces of each of these people, and she says, after that is over, I guess, is anyone doing anything while she does all of that?
I guess Nemea will walk Sophron through and give him like a play-by-play and see if he has like any insights on things. She'll be like, it all happened so fast. We were having wine here. They didn't want Kai's wine. They wanted us to drink their wine. Obsidian cups gave blood. Cut you. It was gross. And then I saw him looking at the cabinet. I went through there. You know, I kind of do the whole recap just to like get another set of eyes.
The door opened out, not in.
Yeah, so can we Sherlock Holmes anything here out of the scene as it sits and the story Nemea is telling me?
I guess, what are you trying to figure out? Anything specific, or what generally?
I mean,
that's a very
Sophron's kind of walking into this blind, so just anything that like... I'm going to metagame this a little bit. Anything that the players previously might have missed. But when retelling the story, Sophron can like, oh yeah, you guys didn't roll perception there, and you didn't notice that this person was this, or something like that.
Or just if we've like made an assumption. You know, like when you hear somebody tell a story, you're like, you made a big assumption that like...
Yeah, why would that guy be doing that? No, that doesn't make any sense. Like, there could be a million things that is.
Okay, roll insight into the situation.
Oh boy. Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Okay, now what have they misassumed?
Good for
Either
you. Hard for the DM.
Misassumed or like just didn't follow up on, I guess.
Yeah, didn't
like,
catch, didn't...
like we missed.
We missed all the ways the crime scene has now been tampered with since we left it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that could be a
We're
thing
not
too. Yeah, has anything
PIs,
happened? Like,
so-
Nemea's saying this, but that wouldn't be like this if that's what you said is true.
Yeah, I think so. Two things. Maybe the party assumed that they were working for. The party, I guess, just took at face value that they were operating as officials of the Temple of Lutheria in this endeavor.
Mhm.
They did not question that. A crime scene tampering wise, I'll say maybe Nemea lays out the whole scene and you're like, okay, but why is that cupboard open? And she's like, that cupboard isn't open. And you look over and like, now there is a cupboard open, and you go over and it seems to have been like another sort of fake wine cabinet double. But this is smaller. It's not a full room. It just is like, maybe there was a safe and that safe is now empty.
Nice.
So, your assumption that this was directly the cult of Lutheria is not necessarily held up. Vallus, are there any other operatives of the cult of Lutheria in town? Has anybody taken over for Chandras since his disappearance? What is the
she's like,
state of...
maybe she is
their
finishing up
hierarchy?
the last one when this is all happening. And she says, the cult of Lutheria is very unorganized. There are a bunch of drunks who cannot keep the wine down for an hour. They are unable to hold a regularly scheduled service. Their followers are some of the worst people in this town. They've done this monstrosity, as she like gestures to the people. As for leadership, Chandras is that, if you could claim that, and now that he has left, I assume it is just a snake den of everyone vying for power. This Trellis and Septia are frankly nobodies. I have never once assumed, I have never known them to have any type of importance in town. Maybe this was a play for them, but it was, if this is what they were involved in, then they got what was coming for them. The fact that Chandras is involved in any of this, I'm going to make that assumption. I think has given me plenty.
We look at the cipher. Can the cipher fit Chandras's name as the person?
It is not a 1-to-1. It's more so you can't immediately.
I know we have a 4
fit.
o'clock.
Yeah, you have a 4 o'clock.
So I think that we're working with something beyond just the cult of Lutheria in Mitros. There is organization here that far outstrips what they seem to be capable of. They knew that this happened and came and ransacked another safe location before anybody else could get to the evidence. There's a good deal of knowledge and forethought that's gone into this response.
That is a good point, Sophron. They seem to be operating out of this temple. Who knows what other places they're operating out of. I cannot stand any more of these hideouts from operating in this city, so I have a lot of work to do. Will you need me in the moment?
No, thanks.
She seems like very focused.
I'm like scary Vallus.
She says, I'll send someone to deal with this place. Don't disturb anything. And then don't disturb anything. She gestures at the body. She doesn't care about the rest of this place. And then she will leave.
Is there any visible connection to Aurelian?
Oh.
We've talked about how there's a sentient gold coin.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Make a... I guess, how are you trying to... Are you looking around, or are you trying to logic? How are you approaching this?
Yes. I think that Sophron is going to do a once-over of the place, physically open doors, look behind things, but the biggest thing is looking for similarities between how the hideout for Aurelian's cult was laid out and this hideout for this cult is laid out. And then, is there a similarity of, they've got a treasure room or something like that that's hidden somewhere else?
Make an investigation check with disadvantage.
Or organization style.
Ooh, with disadvantage, huh?
Yeah.
Oy.
If I say I want to spend an Artha on it to give myself advantage, we're just going to take it as a straight roll or 2 disadvantaged rolls. What do you want to do there?
Is that mathematically different?
Yes. I would say rolling 1 die versus rolling 4 is probably different, but...
Okay.
18.
It is hard to say. There's not anything that's jumping out that says, yes, these might be related. They seem to be sort of shadowy organizations that are operating sort of not openly within Mitros. But like looking around, the gold coin you're like, maybe this is a lead or a plot, like a point. But it doesn't really pan out, and you sit there and ponder and think about it. And like looking around, there's nothing here that is not sort of wholly dedicated to Lutheria. There's not even anything about Sidon. Like, no, there's no pictures of her with Sidon. There's no icons of Sidon. So it seems very unlikely that this, whatever organization is operating here, would share the spotlight with anything to do with the other foe.
Man, I was really hoping that we'd be able to tie some things together to split the party less, but that's what it is.
While this is happening, I guess Sophron, like, Nemea has retold the story, and it has jolted her mind that the whole reason we came was because they wanted the horn of Balmetria.
You didn't know that at the time, but that is...
We didn't know I mean, they wanted a trade, and then we found out once we were there they wanted the horn of Balmetria. Is there any way to like investigate if that's actually true? Like,
I think you've exhausted a lot of your options. I think the cipher is going to give you that information.
Okay.
Yes,
that's fair.
Yeah, all of your
well,
physical
then I'll be
evidence
like,
has been expended, I'd say.
Do we see a trail of sad people outside of if we stick our heads out the temple?
Roll a d6.
I would love to roll a d6. Yes, I do.
You don't see a trail, but you do see someone crying and like someone trying to comfort them. And they're just like, the song was so sad. Like, how can someone be so sad and such a small winged and horrible monster-handed body? And like, that is Elegy for sure.
And Nemea's like,
I don't know if I'm ever going back to the salted eel anymore if they're going to have that entertainment.
Great. Nemea's like, well, I think I know where Elegy is. We want to go find her. Kai?
No, Kai just has plans for tonight, maybe. So yeah, he's going around. He's going along.
Tonight, I believe, is the third night from the Lady of Coins.
Tonight is the third night.
You had like one night that you wasted, then you had the Acastus night, and then...
So we're going to talk about
the morning?
Salted Leech. I think we have one more day, but...
Yeah, okay.
I have one more day. Thank you.
I know, I think it's tonight. I've purposefully wasted days for you, and it's tonight.
If we wasted a night, I mean, I do think I remember that, so then it would be tonight.
Yes, it is tonight. But I think you get to the Salted Eel. Elegy is no longer performing. I think Elegy, maybe you're like finally leaving, and like you bump into them as you've left, but they did not witness any of your performance.
Elegy.
What?
You must have been singing really well because people were crying all the way down the street.
Yeah, I'm a good singer.
Yeah. I'm sorry I missed it.
You should be.
What are these on your arms? She's gonna hold all the...
Don't worry about it. And I'm like,
Oh, okay. Nemea's like, okay, all right, that's fine. Hair flip.
really, you should be happy that you missed it, because otherwise you would be sad.
Oh, sometimes, I mean, if being sad is okay. All right, guys, we need to partner up. And she's like, Nemea's going to take everybody and she's going to be like, we're going to the Ambrosia and Crumb. We need comfort food. She's
I was just there this morning.
Shut
Can we
up,
go
Sophron!
some-
Do it for the team!
Kai could suggest bathhouse instead or something.
Pastries sound delightful.
Yeah, I think I could use a bit to eat. Aeneas' stomach gives a nice loud rumble.
Look, Kai, I'll wash you and I just conjure some water above your head and splash us down.
He is now cleaner.
Yeah,
Damn.
unfortunately that did clean him.
Just like streaks of blood now on his face from his hair.
Sophron, where were you? We almost died. It was really bad.
Why did you take this fight without me? What? This was
It wasn't
irresponsible,
supposed
quite
to be a
frankly.
fight. But
I mean,
So you
you're
we
not.
don't
You're avoiding the
initiate
question.
fights.
Where were you? What were you doing?
I thought this was a simple morning where I could go and spend my time doing what I pleased in
Which
the
was
city I
what?
was born in. It doesn't frankly matter, but you can't just go and do
Well, he
dangerous
means-
things like this with no...
Nemia's gonna whisper, we know he
Expectation
was
of-
at the Ambrosia and Crumb. We can find out when we get there.
Oh, you're right. Anyways, we had no way to contact you, so how were we supposed to get you back, I guess, to help with whatever we needed to get done?
Was the... I'm going to call it a sacrifice, because that's what it seems to be to me. Planned? Was this something that you came into... Like, did you know this was going to happen? Or was this something that you could have just waited until the afternoon?
We absolutely did not know this was going to happen.
It's
In
what
all
Kyra.
senses of the word.
I told them that we should have a plan going into it and that we should think about it. And then Kyra said, you do your best work when you have no plan and then you just fuck up and then you die. So then we did that and it didn't turn out very well.
I mean, I'm
Uh,
So
playing
we
it
with
seems to
didn't
me the
die.
lesson here is don't listen to Kyra.
I do
Yes.
think that is good.
That seems quite
Yes.
reasonable.
Nemia's gonna be like, okay, what does everybody want? She's gonna like be the one getting everybody
You're
their
like,
order. Like,
Ambrosia and Crumb now, yeah.
where yeah, she's like, okay, do we all want coffee? Okay, yes, you want the cream puffs and this is, whatever it was, all the things.
the rest of us arguing in the back like
Yeah,
toddlers.
yeah, yeah. So I feel like she'll get there like with her plate full of
Yeah.
all the most delicious pastries, and she's like, okay, nobody talk until everybody's eating at least 2 pastries
Mhm.
and had 1 coffee.
You all eat 2 pastries and 1 coffee, and they are very good.
Good.
And you can decide if that makes you in the mood to share with the group. Or just, I don't know. I think it puts everyone in a good disposition. You're not happy, but you're all
Mhm.
in a good disposition. So you can all do with that what you will.
I feel like Nemea is gonna be like, well, we have time to figure out what the heck Septus and Trellis were up to. Septia, Trellis were up to, but we actually what we have to do is decide about the Lady of Coins. That's tonight.
That's tonight?
That's tonight. I'm usually not good with time, but today I know it's tonight.
I have it written on
Yes.
my wrist. Right
And
here.
it's right here.
Tonight.
My wrist sundial.
My wrist sundial says only tonight.
Not tomorrow,
Not tomorrow.
but tonight.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
I mean, Aeneas, a lot of this depends on what you want to do with Tehran, and I know that you didn't want us to just let the Lady of Coins do what she wanted, so... Now that we have some downtime,
Yeah,
What do
I
you think-
guess.
What do you think we should do?
I think we should try for a different option. At the very least, it's not particularly more moral, but at least it's not outright killing him. More because I'm concerned about the stakes are just getting bigger and bigger. So what happens when we get asked to kill more and more people, more and more important people, stuff like that? When do we become more than heroes, or less, and we just become, I don't know, vigilantes, murderers? What do you want to call it? Anyways, I think at the very least, one option is to give Tyron a choice. He can either sign a contract of his own will, remain alive, we draft up a contract that stops him from ever doing anything like this again, and forces him to work to undo what he's already done, or he's petrified. I'm
So we
amenable to their choice.
So we still use the Lady of Coins, but we make sure that she lets us give him a choice.
Well, I mean, if she decides that she's not willing to, I guess, give him that option, I think that's indicative of her character, which is not something
Well,
I
she
feel
needs us
comfortable
to
with.
get back to where she wants to go, so
Yeah, if
She
we
might-
simply withhold passage on the Ultros, she can't get what she wants. It's in her best interest to work with us here.
I mean, I also think it's actually more reasonable to do the contract because then, like I said, we could try and see. I mean, we might need help. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Tyron's really tricky. It's why he's where he is right now. I can't draft up a contract that good. We might need to ask Vallus for help, but I know she's busy now, so we don't have a lot of time. But I think he deserves a choice.
Nemea's
How about
like,
a choice
sounds-
under coercion of violence? We don't need
Yeah,
an
well-
contract if we can convince him he's in enough danger that he'll
If he
abide by his own.
decides, yeah, I mean, what's his life worth to him? I guess is what it comes down to. He's gonna die either way. I bet that Lady of Coins could do it with or without us.
So then we don't need a contract. We can just pitch to him, this is the more favorable outcome for you. Comply, or
No, I
you'll
think
find
we
the
need a
trouble that you
contract.
find.
How
I mean,
else are
there
we gonna
is a
keep him
certain poetic
like,
justice for him to have to sign a contract when he's making everybody else sign these sketchy contracts. Maybe
you
we just
can't trust him.
we steal one of his contracts and make him sign that.
Or maybe we could
We
try and
use
use
his
it as a
wording.
base or something.
This is tricky.
We can't. I mean, his word. If we did his word as like a binding contract, it's functionally the same. But I think there's more wiggle room.
Yeah,
If
if
we-
he swears an oath of service to undo the harm he's done.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert on all this stuff, but I'm just saying this
Logan.
seems more reasonable to me.
Oaths of service signed under or made under duress. What's the legal standing on that?
It is
The Fury standing.
up to the Furies to decide the validity of them.
Mhm.
In general, it's like if the options are you make it under duress and like it was you either be killed or like you serve or like you make the oath. They see it sort of separately. It's like, I don't care if you made it under duress. You swore this oath. Like you had the option to die and you instead chose the option to swear this oath, and that now means something. It sucks that this guy's doing that to you, but you're the one who swore this oath.
Yeah, so it's like, either you had free will to choose this oath.
Yeah.
So we will hold you to it.
Like
even
if
though it
someone
was under
took your
duress.
hand and like made you sign it, that could be argued like you're not swearing that oath. But like
Yeah.
if you consciously and purposefully swear an oath, even under duress, it's probably still valid. Or you would have to argue with the Furies, which most people don't do.
Ooh. An oath of friendship.
Uh-huh.
What constitutes breaking that?
So if
If you've done something to wrong the other party? Like in general?
I think it's if you harm them.
Like harm them directly
I think that one is
We're
that
gonna get
one
real
is
litigious here.
implied physical harm.
Okay. Good. My line of thinking is, what if we can get Tehran to swear an oath of friendship to Vallus, and anything he does to upset Vallus is in violation of that oath? That gives her the
I think
recourse
we can
to
upset
then-
each other because y'all upsetted me a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Well, but there's
fellowship
there's
is
a difference
different.
between-
So fellowship
we're
means
fellowship.
you're fellows. Friendship, and also sort of different than I think. Maybe I'm thinking guest rights. An oath of friendship, is that even a thing? I don't know if that's a thing. There's guest rights and fellowship for sure.
I think we've just been saying friendship when we meant
Yeah.
fellowship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have to be friends. You just have to be fellows.
Swearing
I'm just
an
looking
oath
for a
of-
way to introduce Vallus into the equation, because that's now a third party that can hold him accountable and like has her own sets of definitions of things
that would
might
probably
be better than just to us.
An oath of fellowship goes both ways. An oath of service only goes one way. And generally they expire, but like Tehran has been bastardizing them. So like you could make one that doesn't expire, but that is probably your best bet to get at what I think you're trying to do.
We could have him, swear an
An
unlimited
oath
oath of
of
service
to
Vallus.
Vallus.
Does she want that? I don't think she. I'm
mean,
just
we'd have to
That's
concerned.
the end of the slave trade.
She said we could operate outside of the law in regards to him. She all but invited us to do so.
Right. Yeah.
Last episode, Connor.
Yeah, well, it's
He
simple to go and kill the man, but to maintain Aeneas's valid point of self-dignity, we need to exhaust all other options before we come to that conclusion.
But Tehran is a wolf in a pen of sheep, and if we just put the muzzle on the wolf will get out eventually, and then that's on us. I don't know.
We are not responsible for his actions.
We are if we don't kill him and we swear him to an oath of service that he finds a way around.
I don't think that's how that works exactly. You're never responsible for what someone else does with their free will.
Logan,
Sarah?
can I do a flashback
Absolutely.
with Orion?
Exciting.
Ooh, in what context? That might be tricky.
I would like him to procure one of those contracts as an example.
Ooh, yes. I think that would be... I think that's going to be difficult because you did not go with him to the salted eel when he was talking about all of that. You were only interacting with him when the whole Aeneas situation was unfolding. So I'll let you make the check, but it will be with disadvantage. I think it will be a persuasion with disadvantage.
Okay. Can I spend Artha to make it a straight roll?
Is that how Arthur works, or is that how Connor
I don't
decided
know.
Arthur works? I think Arthur lets you re-roll.
Okay, I'll just re-roll then. I'll wait and see.
You didn't stop me.
You
Persuasion?
just did it.
Yeah, I feel like what happens is that Nemea finds, like, she sees him on the street and, like, hears, like, she's been seeing him around, like, Elegy or whatever.
Yeah,
and she
whenever
just
you're with
kind of
Elegy, you
manages-
seem to almost see him more.
Yeah, so like she manages to be like, "Hey bud, why are you hanging around my girl?" And also, we need some like if you're gonna like if we're gonna work together, I need some evidence. This is how, and it could be beneficial to you to show us how like these contracts work, so we can get you out of it.
Okay. That sounds reasonable.
11.
Are you gonna leave that?
No,
Okay, roll again.
never. Playing with fire always. You said persuasion, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. They're the same. They're the same.
Better.
16.
Yes. You at first he's a little reluctant, but then you, I think, say like
This is how you can make it up.
Like Elegy would really like this. You start to take that angle, and then he doesn't. He's like, "That's you're just trying to play with me." But he eventually is like, "Are you like her best friend or something?"
Well, I only have so many friends. Actually, 4 other friends.
Does she
So,
mean
yeah,
a lot? Do you mean a lot to her?
of course.
Then
I'm
I'll
sure
do
I do.
this
We had
for
girls'
you.
night.
I'll do this for you.
Thanks.
No
Thanks,
problem.
Orion.
Share.
Great. Okay.
Yes. So then he has given that to you sometime in the last day, and you can just whip it out. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
this?
I feel like he just like slips it in my pocket, like doesn't even talk to me, and like walks
Yeah.
off. Like we just kind of like do an
it's actually
exchange.
in your ambrosia and crumb order.
Yeah. And I go,
The receipt.
oh, speaking of, okay, here's the material we need. Boom. All right, this is one of the contracts he uses. Maybe we can figure out how they work, and if it would actually hold him accountable if he does sign one.
Okay.
I would like to investigate, roll, I don't
Yeah.
know, logic.
Yeah, we'll say as you guys do that, we will go to break, and then that way we don't bore everyone with legalese.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back.
If you're not here for legalese, you're the
Thylea
wrong
You
legalese.
can this is the wrong campaign. This is not a litigious group. That was
We're not
a couple
litigious.
times
That's
ago.
true. That was a little while ago.
We
Yeah.
do always lean towards litigious, though, when
We
we
do.
go down.
And it always seems
Litigious,
to
but
be-
without a plan.
Yeah,
And
it's
destructive.
litigiousness used against the DM.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you're realizing that
Okay,
finally.
We'll be right back before Sean gets angry. Welcome back. We've been here the whole time. Here's your tidbit for the week. This is Letter to Xander, page 8.
Ooh.
I
Oh,
will
we're
tell
jumping
you what I
back.
know of Damon, Xander's archmage friend. He drank knowledge like others drank wine, and his eyes were like portals into the depths of time. He knew things no mortal should have the means to learn, and yet he never seemed to thrill at the acquisition of lore. Damon never bonded a dragon. Instead, he devoted his time and energy to studying the arcane arts and founded the Academy of Mitros.
That's it.
Technology.
Lame.
It's undergone some rebranding.
That's it. So rude. They can't all be bangers.
No,
You
see?
become a lich just to watch over his dead friends? What a loser.
He's so loyal.
Damn.
L for lich.
Wow.
Loyal, Liz.
Loser lich.
Loser, Liz.
What a nerd. What a fucking
Whatever.
nerd.
So, you all proffer this contract, and you have some dare I say, extended discussions over it. That is interrupted by somebody roll a d6.
I got it.
I'm deciding between two things that happen.
Woohoo.
2 interruptions.
A
Yes.
4. You are instead interrupted by a patrol of centurions that go down the road, which is not.
We're still at the Ambrosia and Crumb, right?
Yeah, and like you're on the balcony,
Okay.
and like you just see this platoon go by.
In
Which is,
this neighborhood, the police?
which is
Come on.
not unusual. Like they do patrol the streets, but this is a large number of them. There's also a town crier that's sort of in the middle of them. That's like shouting like, hear ye, Queen Vallus outlaws practice of Lutheria worship in Mitros due to high crimes and treason against the city. All temples and shrines to be vacated by dusk.
Kai lights up. He's shaded his hair. He's all clean. He's like,
You could have done that the whole time.
that's
Yeah, he
my
could've.
aunt.
So that
He
happens,
just
and
he
that
just
sort of-
chose to be dirty.
that sort of disrupts the conversation, and then there's a lull in your conversation after that passes.
What's the
What
response
does-
on the crowd? Like to the city? Like, are people?
there's excitement, like not there's both
It's
positive and
news.
negative. It's news.
It's crazy news.
It's crazy news.
What does the contract say? Like, how do you somebody, I think it was Orion, said that the contract might transfer. Is that specified on the contract if that's what
Yes.
happens?
Yes. Most of these are just a lot of these are not even written down, like generally note of service. Like you just swear it in like the moment and you say, I will do this task for you, or I will be at your like need when the time comes. This one is written such that you will provide service from the date of that it was signed, indefinitely, and upon the will of the like recipient of the service, the oath can be transferred, and it's just like some language about that, which is not generally how these oaths work, but it seems to be incorporated into the oath in these situations.
Oh, we just take that part out and make it to Vallus. No transfers. Cross out.
Job done.
So do we have to roll to make a contract, Logan? Or is it just pretty easy to do?
No, I think it's fairly simple to get a contract to do what you want. The difficulty would be in getting Duran to sign it.
Sign it. Yeah. So Nemea's like, okay, so we have the contract. We know. So we basically, with step one, there's at least 5 steps, but step 1, we answer the Lady of Coins. We say we're in, but you got to give him a choice: petrification or signing contract for reparation. Step 2, get her to agree. Step 3,
Hopefully.
go through the open door.
That
Step
one
4?
seems pretty easy.
Step 4, you never know.
Those
Doors,
dwarves, man.
rugs, doors. Step 4,
Ron always hated rugs.
me too.
Finds Taran.
Find Taran. Step 5, make him pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple.
Simple.
This is great.
A
I'm so
simple
proud of you
5-step
and us.
process.
We
And
have
it's
a
a
5-step
plan.
plan.
Should we also tell the Lady of Coin that we've decided to do this, and
Yeah,
so
we
maybe
need
she
to
can
go
help
Yeah,
us?
that was step 1.
That was step 2.
Oh.
Step 1 and 2.
Was step 2. 1
I
and 2
see.
it was, yeah.
1, you have the contract. Check. You've already 20% done.
Fill it
2A,
the 5 clock.
go
The
to
5 clock is
Colosseum or
fill in one
Colossus.
segment of the 5 clock.
Come. So
Block.
Nemea gets busy of whipping up this contract. The rest of you still in a good disposition. Is there anything else?
Kai is in the like like you guys have been like chatting, and like Kai is like the little kid who's like sunk down into the booth and he's like playing with crowns or whatever. Except he has the coin purse
Oh.
and a single copper coin, and he's just like offering it to this Midas.
Hey, is that money? Can I have that?
Yes, you could have that. Shh, be quiet.
You touch it,
what-
the coin
well-
like disintegrates.
What did you do with the
That's
coin?
nothing. Give me more of that.
What did you do with it?
I ate it
Where did it go?
in my belly.
Are you, when I am not touching you, are you aware of your surroundings? And I'll feed him a silver piece.
Mama. That's the good stuff, almost. Yeah, it's dark in here. I can talk to you when you're not touching me.
I stop touching him.
Hey, you got any more money?
Oh, God. That's the worst.
It's so bad.
Okay. Kai will feed him a gold coin.
Oh, yeah. Gold. Give me more of that. How much more you got?
Approximately 404 gold left, minus 1 silver and 1 copper.
I'll take 99.
What will you give me in return?
Don't know.
I'm going to feed him 1 more gold coin.
Yum. That's the good stuff. You got 98 more of that?
I do. So you said you are conscious when people aren't touching you?
Yeah.
Hey, so what do you know about your former owner?
Ooh.
Or should
Make
we have this?
Persuasion check.
Okay. Sorry, this was me wanting to do this in the future, but like you said, we didn't have another day, so I'm sorry. Persuasion, you said? I'll give him five golden coins. Will that give me advantage?
Nope.
I will reroll.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. I'm doing so poorly. Okay, it's 10.
He's like, they had some money. They gave me a lot of money. They didn't give me enough money though. If you give me more money, it'll be worth it, kid. He seems to not know much about their plans other than the amount of money that they were able to give him. It seemed that maybe Septia was hiding him from Trellis, and she seemed to be giving him a small stipend, and he complained that it was meager amounts, and 20 gold a month is nothing.
Okay. All right. Well, you're not very helpful, and I'm going to put it back in my pocket.
Perfect. Hey, you can still hear me.
I'm going to slap my leg.
It's not cursed.
Yep.
That voice is a curse.
I like
So
it. I
do we
think it's
all
funny.
now have voices in our heads? Who's the one without
No,
voices?
it's an audible. It's audible, right?
Nope, that was
No,
in your
it's
head.
in your head.
That whole
Oh, okay.
conversation was in your head.
Perfect.
I scoot over to next to Sophron on a bench. I'm very small. He's very large. But
Yes.
we're gonna
Yes.
make it work. I'm gonna
You
put
don't have
my.
a choice because the bench just kind of tilts and you slide down.
That's funny.
I'm gonna put my hand on your arm. I'm like, but Sophron, what were you doing earlier? Because you seem to be avoiding the question.
I was here.
With
Enjoying a coffee
somebody?
and pastry.
You don't just go for coffee and pastry. You've never done that in your life since we've known you.
Yes, you've known me for approximately a month, and I've lived some 60 years. I grew up in the city. Walking through the streets and enjoying the life, the liveliness of Mitros is something I had. As a young man, it's the only thing I really wanted was to participate in.
And you would leave your
metropolis
friends
like
and
this.
not be able to share that with us?
Elegy, I've lived a very lonely life for the last 40 odd years.
So now you don't have to be lonely. You can have people with you all the time.
Yes, that takes some transition. That's
Maybe it's
not
like,
something
yeah,
I can
all the
just
time.
slip into easily. I would love to walk the city with you and show you things from my youth, but there are times when I need it to just be me. reliving moments, events that were important to me that I've missed, that I've lost out on. I don't have.
So you were here
opportunity to
getting a
get back.
pastry and a coffee at the nicest place in Mitros. It's not very cheap here. I know I bought Kyra a lot of pastries by yourself.
I think maybe a server comes out to refill and she said like, "Oh, you're back. Where'd your friend go?"
I never
By
said by
yourself,
myself.
Sophron?
I never said by myself.
You
Elegy.
said,
I
I'm
said,
a lonely, lonely boy.
Oh, you should
and I
have
walk
seen
the
her.
streets.
And the server elbows you. You should have seen these two lovebirds out here. They took this table all morning. Now he's back. You better leave a tip. A good
Why
one this
didn't you
time.
tell us?
I just
And why
did.
didn't you tip
It's-
this nice lady? That's so
He
rude.
did. He
We
did.
did tip, thank you very much. Generously, I might add. Some discretion would be nice.
Well, you didn't tip for discretion. Huh. And then she walks away.
Oh, you want to get into a snort off, lady? No, I can snort more than you can snort. Don't humph at me.
So who
No,
is
I
it?
just- It's a friend from my youth who I came across while in the city, and we've reconnected, and I have appreciated having some return to the life I thought I would have.
That's nice. Do you love each other?
I think we're far past the opportunity for love.
What do you mean by that?
I've been
seems-
away 40 years.
I'm
How-
52 and that doesn't mean anything.
Yes. How long does a siren live?
Like 500 years. But that's besides the point. My
It is
point
not.
stands. Yes, it is.
No. The life scale of a human and the life scale of myself don't map cleanly onto one another. There are things that I'm not going to have.
King Kai, barge in.
I'm not going to stop anybody. We're at a public
Guys,
table.
Kai's gonna like sit down and like just be like, "Shh, no, come on, a croissant." Is like, Sophron, what's more romantic, denying yourself love because you don't have enough time, or finding love in every bathhouse you visit? Look, people are around you at all times, just trying to make connection. You should be able to find love anywhere with anyone. Friendly love, romantic love, hopefully love for yourself. I think it's more romantic to be able to fall in love quickly.
With any stranger at a bathhouse.
No, they don't become a stranger. That's the point.
I think you don't really understand, given your age, how this plays out. This is not.
Maybe I don't, but I feel confident saying I've loved many people and have been loved, despite all my fucked up parents.
Yes, and that's wonderful, and I'm glad we all have that experience. But what I need and am able to give at this stage of my life is different from where you are, and it's different from where you will be in 40 years. I'm not
That's fair.
human. I don't have the luxuries that you do, the normalcy, so much as it is. The
Aeneas is like,
reality is I'm cursed.
You're not human? What are you talking about?
Aeneas, this might surprise you, but yes, I am in fact a minotaur.
And Orion is your brother.
My whole world is a lie! That does explain a lot of things. I mean, I
Well,
didn't notice. Maybe they won't.
I appreciate all of your optimism. I am so glad that I have this time to share with you. It's more complicated than you're all letting it seem to be.
Oh, well.
We're
Nemea
just
looks
trying to
up
help
from her
you with the
contract.
minimal information you've given us.
Yeah, if you told us the whole backstory, maybe we could give you a better plan.
You are contractually in a good mood from the pastries.
Oh man, these pastries are doing a lot of work right
I
now.
spent coin for you to be in a contractually good mood.
Somebody just laced them with potions of suggestion. Fine. You all, I suppose, don't know my history. I grew up in Mitros to a noble adjacent family. And I spent my youth carousing and living it up in the city. And I met many people, but there is one who stood head and shoulders above the rest. A poet and a wonderful woman by the name of Callista, who was betrothed. And our love was not meant to be, and I short-sightedly lost myself and attacked her fiancé, her husband, that night. And the Furies gave me the retribution and made me what I am now. And it's been 40 years since we spoke. 40 years since I last had any inkling of what happened to her. And I, again, appreciate all of your well wishes and concern, but that is not something that you can come back to quickly. Nemea, I'm sure you can attest to this.
Yes, this is true, but also I don't remember. Whereas you do remember.
Which makes it all the harder.
When you got serious, Kai had like 2 croissants, like bull horns, like from his perspective, covering your bull horns. And then you got serious, and like Kai like slowly put them down, noticing it wasn't the time. And then he'll say, "Well, this party believes in retribution. We're giving Tehran a second chance. You should give yourself a second chance."
Second chances are happening.
Unless she's still married, and then maybe I don't think
She's
humans
hanging
do
out
that.
with you. She's obviously still interested.
Yeah, I guess the question is, do you like do you see something in the future? Because I'm still working that out with the Oracle, and I don't really know.
You all seem to be under the impression that I don't know what to do, but I don't know how
But you gotta tell us what
I
you're gonna
feel.
do.
I don't need to tell you anything. I need to tell you that I'm going to take my time and enjoy calm moments in a cafe with her as they present themselves.
Alright, well, we'll go
And-
die in another corner while that happens, so just let us know next time, so at least we can die thinking, Sophron's having a good time.
If that helps you, I'm happy to oblige, but to be frank, I would rather keep you all from dying than enjoy a flat white.
Oh, that's sweet.
But wait, what? That's all you guys were doing together? Just having calm moments? You didn't talk about anything, catch up on the past?
been plenty of catching up on the past.
Watch any
Nemea. It's not-
buildings extremely closely.
What's she do now? What's her profession?
Yes,
Do
well,
you guys have anything in common?
Yeah, wait, do you even know if she's married or not still? We want the full rundown. We are matchmakers now.
You know all about
there's no
macro
match
friend.
to be made. The match is made. It's been made.
Well, you can make new matches.
I think not.
Just because
Not-
you're a minotaur doesn't mean that the human is off the table. I think that is okay.
Yeah. Also, like,
Yes.
things happen. Carts kill people in the streets, you know? Like, she might be free soon.
Aeneas stares in the distance.
I'm just speaking
Maybe-
generally. I just know it happens in the city.
Keep Kai away from carts.
Let me
Okay.
let me perhaps take this in another angle that might interest you. She actually has found a new line of work as an adventurer, as a dragon hunter.
That's
One
not
dragon
the real
specifically.
profession.
How many dragons? There's not that many dragons left.
There's one that we
There's at least 5.
we think that might have been around for much longer than the dragons of Acastus's brood.
Hmm.
Eh,
How long are we talking?
I don't know. 100 years? More?
yeah, I mean, I don't think 100's very long for a dragon.
No. I take that back. At least 300.
Logan, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, do dragons exist outside of the dragon riders? Like, I
Not
don't think I'm
to your
exactly
knowledge.
clear. Okay.
They all arrived with.
Dragons were introduced initially with the
Correct.
dragon riders. Okay. But is it implied that those dragons had children?
It's not implied anywhere.
Okay, so we just have no idea. Okay. That's what I've been kind of confused about that. Okay.
You've been. It is the
Uh,
general lore that I think it's like Sidon kills the last dragon. Like that is the generally accepted mythos of the world, and that has recently come into some
Been upturned.
question, especially when a big dragon abducted a woman off the streets of Mitros. That was a big deal, and now there are
Yeah.
these new little dragons.
And apparently, he's working with Sidon about these dragons, these new little dragons. Okay.
So
This is very concerning.
it is
He will-
greatly concerning, but I have
and
no
we-
more to give you at the moment.
And we do know Hexia and Sidon are lovers, correct?
Wait,
No,
We know.
Hexia and
Lovers.
Pythor.
Or Pythor.
Your dad and the Titan of Storms. Not the same
Same.
people.
I'm gonna give Sophron a little hug. My arms don't go all the way around.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna fly up and stand on your shoulders, and I'm gonna point at Aeneas, and Aeneas can't see me point. And be like, Aeneas, it's your turn.
it's my turn.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
What are you
your
talking
turn.
about?
Oh, it's sharing
You
time.
just keep talking about your doom and bad things happening. What does that actually mean?
I push a pastry closer to
A timely interjection, if you would. Maybe the waitress comes back to refill Aeneas' water, and then when she leaves, she like twists her ankle and like falls to the ground. Or you
Well,
like
I
say
think
thank
we've-
you to her, and then that happens.
Yeah. Aeneas like stands up and is like, "We should relocate." Only because the longer I'm around people at one time, the worse things get. Yeah, and I mean, there's not really anything to tell other than bad stuff happens. That's the problem. It's very non-specific. Could be a twisted ankle.
I mean, how bad is bad stuff? Very subjective, the bad stuff. What's the worst that happened?
Pretty definitive in that people literally die around me. I don't know why y'all haven't died yet, but I think it's because...
Oh, maybe we're all dead.
I think it's because we're in life or death situations frequently enough. The Doom could be trying to kill us through that. Well, it does try to kill me, but it never works. Anyways, it might be trying to work through that, and then somehow we get out by the skin of our teeth every time. So it's like striking but missing. Does that make sense? I don't know how any of it works. All I know is it's
Well, who's
bad
doing
luck
this?
if
Is
I'm
it the
around.
fates or is it?
No, Demetria said it was the
Y'all were
eye of
literally all
Lydia
there.
follows you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I didn't know, but Demetria thought it was, Lutheria, so I guess it's her. I don't know why she cares about me at all.
Well, she took my family too, so she just kind of sucks. Big time.
She took your family?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know.
Someone stands up and says, "It's your turn now."
I don't know where she took them.
Well, how do you know she took them?
Nemea's like making wiggly eyebrows at you across the table, and she's like,
Well, I was
Are
told,
you sure you don't know?
I don't know where they are. That is true.
It is true.
It is true.
I was
don't
about
know.
to do that, but I didn't unmute fast enough.
Mitros told me they're in a crystal prison and that I don't know. There's a whole thing.
Wait, Mytros told you that?
Yes, what?
You had a vision? You mean?
She's
No,
not around, girl.
No, she is
can't talk
around.
to you.
She talked to me.
Right, is this sort of like a, I say Thylea talks to me, but she doesn't really talk to me. I get the vibes, usually, but she's not like saying stuff to me.
When my family went missing and nobody remembered them, everybody thought I was crazy, and now you all think I'm crazy also.
I don't
Well,
think you're crazy.
speaking of crazy, the other thing.
It's your turn. Man, Robin.
The other night when we all just kind of had our own time in the city, and somebody left me a note to meet them at midnight, and then Vallus was there, but it wasn't her I was meeting, and then I fell asleep, and then I met myself, and myself was kind of scary, and I was telling me to take over the world, kind of, sort of, and now I've been afraid about voices in my head.
Nemea, it's okay. We all have voices in our head, apparently.
Hey,
I have perfectly reasonable, rational dates with a woman from my past, and you all are
they're dates now. Wow. Okay.
Goodness.
But don't forget there was an evil dragon.
Yeah,
in there
there was a
wasn't-
dragon that's unaccounted for.
But that's far more explainable than visions from Mytros.
No, she's a god. She can do what she wants. Nemea is not
She's
the
not
god,
here.
and Nemea's
those are your words, not
cannot
mine.
do what she wants to herself.
I'm
I
not
mean,
sure I
what-
follow, but I'm pretty sure I agree.
Wait, you saw yourself in your dreams? Or was it like you
No,
woke
yeah, it
up
was-
and you saw
No,
yourself?
it was myself talking to me, but saying very not me things, like kind of Esther things. If Esther looked like me.
I
Nemea,
mean,
we
there's
decided that it's
magic that
not
can,
Esther.
like, affect your dreams.
Also, he said not to trust you guys, and those. But
That's bad.
yeah, that is pretty ridiculous because they're
I
the
think
only
you're
people I know.
contractually obligated to trust us.
Oh, look at my litigious notes. You're right. Anyway, it hasn't happened again. But like, it was really scary and freaky, and I was getting notes just appearing out of nowhere, and it ruined my play watching experience.
You went to a play without me?
I did. I'm so sorry. It was, but it got ruined. But I'd tell you which olives are the best next time.
Okay.
Okay. You guys.
Nemea,
Go ahead.
Nemea, do you think it's so someone is talking to you through your dreams? Someone is using your hand to scribble notes?
I have absolutely no idea. I haven't spent a lot of time thinking about it.
Is that
had a
person
lot more
you, Nemea?
going on.
Nemea, is that person you?
I don't know.
Is it?
I mean,
I
don't
but
think
she's
it's me.
here.
Yeah, maybe your
I
subconscious
don't
is trying to tell you
identify
something.
with that person. Is that the question you're asking me?
Yeah, I guess so. Kai's just gonna keep eating a croissant.
Okay.
Maybe it's his fifth.
Yeah, you guys are in a generally good disposition, and you share quite a bit. We will not rehash it because you players do know more about the other players, but some of it has not come up in character. We'll say that you guys really dump, unless now we will go around and you can verbalize something that you do not share with the group, just so we're all on the same page. Otherwise, we will now say generally the knowledge
We're all
is
up to
shared.
speed.
Yeah, you're all up to speed. And it doesn't have to be specific. You can just be general and be like, this topic I don't think I share about. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Nemea shares everything.
Well, you don't have much.
Yeah, other than what I just said.
Yeah, okay. You don't have to have anything held back. I just want to give you that option.
Mm-hmm.
I think Aeneas shares everything. Yeah.
Elegy?
I mean, it's pretty much all come out anyways.
Elegy shares everything except that about Ryan.
Okay.
Don't worry, Nemea has questions.
My big
But she's saving
twin.
it for a play night.
Okay, you can now amend your statements if you'd like.
No, I just want to piece together if Orion's making kissy faces at Elegy or not.
I think it's pretty, like, Sophron, it was quite clear to you. You know, but the general group maybe doesn't. Kai, anything?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if there's ever been a secret that Kai keeps.
Cough, cough, letter. Cough, cough.
Yeah, I mean, you all know about it.
Which letter? I've handed out so many letters.
The letter from
I wrote what I wrote. I think that's. I mean, like. I don't know if it's material that he carries it on him, but you could find that out.
Did you tell us about your night with Loreas?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that was not secret ever. No.
Okay.
I mean, there was probably gossip about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You say that there's gossip, like I would talk to anybody about gossip.
Okay. So, you guys have really good croissants. You share and get everyone up to speed on everything except for Orion. That really stands out when I put it like that. And in this moment, you feel your fellowship get stronger and you all get a long rest.
Wow. I should have used more resources.
Praise thee.
What resources could you possibly have left?
35 health.
Are
All I
confident
have left is the skin on my back. Like,
that together you guys can accomplish anything related to anything that's not romantic
Killing a
relationships
Castus.
or
Wow.
killing a Castus.
Caveat.
or Thrawn,
Or Tron. Or just
or Sidon and Lutheria,
okay,
or
so there's a
anything
little
related
bit-
to the old
But
pros.
most things you got.
You're
We
feeling
got
confident about.
this.
Okay, so we will end it there for the night. You guys are going to be rested in time for your parts 2 to 5 of your 5-step plan.
Yep.
And we'll see how that goes.
Just a simple 5-step plan.
Yes. But there will be no stream this Thursday. This was a replacement for that. So it'll be a little bit of an extended time, but you've got a lot of us in the last week. So hopefully that will hold you over. But until then, next Thursday, we'll see you then. Bye.